some of the properties were a headache. Some of the tenants were a headache. And she was saying, oh, we should sell those properties. It's just a headache and whatnot. But we had about, I don't know, $800 a month coming in from those properties. And she says, we should just sell them and get rid of the headache and this and that, and all this other stuff. And I could never get her to understand it, right? What I was thinking or how I was coming about it. And so until I said, okay, so like our girls, they're in ballet classes, and the kids are all in soccer, and they have piano lessons, and they have all these extracurricular activities. I said, and we go to Disneyland, a couple times a year, and there's all these things that we do. And I said, how do you pay for that? She goes, well, that comes out. We used to call it a duplex account. Now it's the Kobe property account, right? Well, that comes out of the duplex account. I go, yeah. So if we sell them, we can talk about anything about proceeds from the money, but if we sell them, where's that money going to come from to make up the difference? I go, you'd have to get a job. And it's not just $800, right? Because if you went and got a job, then you'd be putting more miles on a car. We'd have to have another car that, not that we didn't have two cars, but it costs more to go to work, right? And then we'd have to pay for somebody to watch the kids while you're still at work and all this kind of stuff. I said, it's not just that you'd have to make $800 to make up the difference. It's that you'd have to make about 3 times that to make up the difference, right? So that's not just a part-time job, or it wasn't at the time anyways. And so all of a sudden it clicked for her. And she never once said, we should sell the property because it's a headache. What she started saying was, they didn't pay the rent yet. You need to be on top of them.